Special.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida State's offense will take the first swing of the game. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Pitt pushing the pace.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Catch in the middle. It's Hicks. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. From the 33, it's 1st and 10.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Flips it out to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Finding themselves down 7. Turning it on. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Caught in the backfield. It's Hayes. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that in. I know that.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Knowles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if his quarterback goes his way again.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They run the reverse. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
With the catch, it's Williams. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Dome. They'll try to power their way ahead. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
There he goes! They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Got it behind the line. It's Hayes. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Florida State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the ground with the back. Gets it past the marker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Hand off from the shotgun. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. The short hands, it's Bennett. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll ride Davis here. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Wants to throw on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. to run it left here. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Give to the back. Still on his feet at the 40. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half. Oh, he's got some space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Noles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking for a man, it's Applewhite. Makes the catch, it's Davis. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. From the gun, running back gets to give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Yeah, right back to the line.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down and put the... He's looking downfield to throw. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield. It's Applewhite. Caught close to the marker. It's Bennett. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Under fire. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card, and you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
Jumped on top of the pile. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Bennett. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for room, it's Pringle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Seminoles once backed up in the shadow of their own goal, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, no! They take the lead with the 6. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. It's a draw. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Pitt will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time, and just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Seminoles are on the move. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to keep it in the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Florida State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Pitt pushing the pace. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Panthers. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. If you're the defensive coordinator, no time to worry about bust. You have to sell out to get the ball back. Quick completion on the out. At the 35, he's loose. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. To the air, it's Applewhite. Fires left. Got him downfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10.
221 wing, 221 wing.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hayes. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Hicks. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Just keep slinging it. Got rid of it just in time. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. He's taking the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Pocket breaking down. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the Noles will hustle to the line. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Right on the money. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on the critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That one.
And the Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Not sure what good can come out of passing here. Good timing on the quick out. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be